Out on the pitch first is the Guyana team. The Guyana team, Fabian Joseph, Micaiah Smith, Condell MacArthur, Sebastian Manfi, James Odburn, Christian Class, Sean David, Valen Adams, Kevin Braffett, Godfrey Brooms, Owen Adonis, Rickford Cummins, Lionel Holder, Godfrey Polydor, Tyrese Prescott, Jamal Jr., Osbert Robertson, Julius Jardine, Ronaldo Niles, Aquino James, Adida Douglas, Michael Edwards, and Gavin McPherson. Barbados team, Antonio Gibbons, John Howard, Nicholas Daniel, Louis Johnson, Rajiv Grant, Enrique Oxley, Albert Stout, Jeremy Nelson, Kadeem Knight, DeAndre Phillips, Toreen Marshall, Josh Rudling, Sean Ward, Jamie Lashley, Solomon Whitaker, Daniel Ramsey, Shane Taylor, Stephen Miller, Jermaine Bino, Aidan Foley, Noah Paskins, Christopher Blades, and Malik Brooms.
Once again, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the historic Garrison Savannah for what should prove to be an exciting game of rugby, Barbados versus Guyana. The last time we had this fixture, Guyana came out the losers, Barbados winning quite handsomely. I'm very sure Guyana will be looking to try to change the fortunes this toss. You want to do first? The other voice you'll be hearing, ladies and gentlemen, will be that of Sharice Hart.
Hi, good evening, everybody. This is shaping up to be a wonderful evening here at the Garrison. I don't know if you had a chance to checking on the Trinidad-Mexico game. They had a blustery second half. We were expecting some weather here at the Garrison, but it looks to be holding up, so hopefully it will hold for the full 80 minutes.
Especially after we were promised torrential downpours for today, Sharice.
That is a fact. What can we expect for the game, Kenneth?
Well, I'm expecting Barbados to play with a lot of structure, Guyana to play with a bit more flair and looseness. And we'll see what strategy wins out.
So I had a nice rewatch of the Bermuda-Guyana game this afternoon, and in that game, Guyana was very close. They were very tight in their attack. They looked to be very good. The kicks were big and long, as we expect from Guyana. So we're hoping to see the same thing.
Barbados is playing from left to right tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Barbados in the blue and gold. The green machine in the green. What other color could you expect them to be? Barbados is kicking off to Guyana, who will receive on the northern end of the pitch.
And there's the kickoff.
Taken by Guyana. And he's gone off on a run. He's being tackled brilliantly by Barbados. And Guyana sets the platform. Guyana seems to be playing a bash-up game at the start. Maintaining composure and control of the ball. And it seems that Guyana's strategy will be a kicking game tonight, kicking for touch to get themselves out of jail.
As they set up for the first line out to the game. It is a Barbados put-in. They've been doing a lot of work on their lineouts in the practices they've had throughout the week. They're looking steady in the lineout. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, the referee has called the lineout to a halt because the numbers are not. Okay, here we go again. And there's the lineout. First lineout lost by Guyana. Barbados looking to go forward with the ball. Good yards made there by the number 10.
Barbados continues to take forward the ball.
And there we have our first infringement. It's a scrum to Guyana.
Lost forward in the contact, Barbados, with those very long, hard passes, failing them on this occasion.
And the referee goes to call time off. You have a Barbados player down. That's the captain, Enrique Oxley.
If he is injured, this will be a big loss to the Barbados team. Enrique brings that stability that the Barbados team needs. He's been in the captain seat for a little bit now. He has a lot of years of experience under his belt. So let's see what the call is going to be here. He's taken off his boot.
Never a good sign when you see a player taking off his boot, Cherise.
We'll just have to wait and see.
So you're not missing anything, ladies and gentlemen. We have the captain of Barbados down receiving medical attention. And this would be a good time to tell you the match is being officiated by Rob Perry. That's your referee, the man with the whistle. Abdul Giles is your AR. And Romel Paris is your other AR.
Fantastic there. This is a Tier 2 matchup for the RAN region. Tier 2 is looking extremely tight. At the moment, Caymans is looking like the team to beat. Guyana has everything on this game because the Cayman won their game against Bermuda.
Yes,
Guyana
they
lost by a small
yes.
margin to Bermuda. So no, this is Barbados' first major game in the Tier 2. They played St. Vincent last week in a ranking game, which they won, obviously.
Yeah, they won by a massive margin, 64-0.
Yeah. So Guyana needs to win this game. Barbados will play Cayman next week. And I'm sure Cayman will be watching this game closely to see what the Barbados team is doing.
Of course. Then they'll plan their strategy around Barbados' play.
Enrique is putting back on his boots, so it looks like he is going to be fine. I'm sure Barbados is breathing a sigh of relief because he would have been a big loss in this game so early.
Well, let's see how long he lasts. He's having a bit of a hobble. And it's the first scrum of the game. Guyana has the put in. And the scrum goes down. The referee calls for a reset. Barbados trying to exert a bit of power there, show their dominance in the scrum. Usually your first scrum denotes the tone for the game, Cherise.
Yes, it does. But given that we've had very dry conditions in Barbados for the last couple of weeks and a little bit of slush last night, we expect that the ground is going to be a little bit hard, but a little bit of slip on top. So I don't know what the scrums are going to look like tonight.
And Guyana puts the ball in. That's the first scrum.
Oh, well kept.
And there's a bit of a fumble by Guyana. And putting his 10 under a bit of pressure, and they've kicked the ball to touch. But however, if you're outside of the 22 and the ball goes directly outside, then it comes back to where you kicked it from. So that's Guyana losing a bit of ground there after winning their scrum. And what they call there, the ref calls not straight, is a scrum to Guyana again. Let's see if Guyana makes amends for the little error that they had in the first scrum. The scrum doesn't look too bad though.
No, it doesn't. Both scrums are looking very good. They're packing up nice and low. They look to be about evenly matched. KP, I think we misspoke.
I think we spoke a bit too quick. And it seems Guyana's about to play a kicking game. And as the Guyana team comes up to chase, and they have the 10 and a bit of a bother. He's boxed into the corner. Hard press by Guyana. The Guyana team is pressing up hard on defense, trying to keep Barbados into the 22. seems Guyana has done a lot of work on defense. There's a hard pressing defense. And it's a long pass by DeAndre. Barbados still locked into their 22. The line speed from Guyana is stopping them from getting out. And there we go, penalty to Guyana.
Kenneth, a penalty this close. They're just within the 10-meter line. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to kick for the 3 points?
It looks like a kick. On comes the tee.
If they make this, then they'll be up 3 points in this game.
It seems that the strategy of Guyana is going to be to kick deep to Barbados and chase, press hard on defense.
So far, they've only had one missed kick, which was the one that went directly into touch. They had a brilliant kick just now, went deep into the Barbados second half. It wasn't well recovered at all. It was fumbled, and let's see if that pays off for them.
And his kick is good. So Guyana takes the early lead, 3 points to 0. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if there's a kick for a penalty and it goes through the uprights of the bar, that's 3 points. A try is 5 points, and the conversion of the try is 2 points. So Guyana taking the early lead, Cherise.
Yes, they are. And they regain possession of the ball.
Barbados kick, there's an error there in the kick, not making 10. Once you don't make the 10 meter, you have to come back to a scrum in the center.
Barbados looking to be under heavy pressure here. Unforced errors, that's the second one that we've seen, third actually if you count the line out, that we've seen here tonight.
So we see Guyana's strategy for the scrum. So far, I'm saying that they've kept the scrum good. They're winning that set piece. They've lost one of their lineouts. So it's pretty even Stevens in the set play. And there goes the number 8.
Fantastic tackle there by the number 7 Barbados.
And it's a turnover. I think the Guyana player there, the number 8, being a little casual, being caught by surprise. Let's see what the referee's call is. There you go. There's a knock on. No advantage played. He brings it back for the scrum.
Kenneth, that was a fantastic blindside tackle there.
It was.
I do not think that the number 8 expected at all. He was there shilly-shallying with the ball. Number 7 came off the scrum pretty fast with a big hit.
Causing him to lose the ball. Knock on there. And now we have the set play. First set play of Barbados is putting. Let's see how they do on their set play in the scrum.
First scrum was a big drive from Barbados. Second one was a bit even Stevens.
That's a pretty steady scrum, and Barbados up to pick. And there's a big clean out by Sean Ward. But Guyana defense is holding pretty strong. It's a long pass, missed pass by DeAndre. Tackle to the ground by Guyana. Guyana team is looking pretty disciplined so far in the defense. And up goes the captain, Enrique. He stopped in his tracks, making a few yards. Barbados still using this the 4th phase. And there's a penalty to Guyana. Discipline in defense. Guyana looks very good in defense at the moment.
I think that was one of the strengths they brought from their Bermuda game. They were extremely good on the rucks, stealing a lot of balls and putting a lot of pressure on the rucks.
And the kick goes just outside the Barbados 22.
Barbados back under pressure.
So far, Guyana is playing the territorial game. It seems that they did a lot of research because they're doing a lot of kicking rather than running the ball forward and relying on their set players to get them out of the danger zone and get them further into the Barbados half. And that's the first set player. And Barbados wins that penalty, not releasing the ball. So that's good defense there by Barbados, stopping Guyana in their tracks. But this Guyana team looks a lot better than the team that was here last time.
It really does. They look more structured, more put together. It seems that they were drilled hard, but in the media we've seen that Guyana have brought in a couple of players.
Yes, they have.
To shore up that team. They came for Barbados this time.
And they also said from the reports that they brought in 2 other youngsters that have shown promise in the domestic league. So we'll see if that stands them in good stead in this match.
As usual, Barbados has brought in a couple of their overseas players. You know, just strengthening up the team. There's a lot on these games here in Barbados. There's ranking. So all teams are hoping to come out with wins to shore up their position in RAN.
It's obvious the ref is not playing the no contest. Diving over the rock, coming off his feet. He got a bit anxious there, seeing the ball on the floor. He decided to go for it.
That was a mighty dive over. Looks like Barbados is starting to settle here.
That's a good kick by DeAndre. Just outside the Barbados, the Guyana 22. Let's see what Barbados does on this set play.
Barbados did well to work themselves out of the danger zone. Now they're in a good attacking position here. I think there's just maybe second or third time that they've made it down here since the game has started. Unfortunately, we don't have a time clock in front of us to see how much time is gone.
And there's the 10, keeping the ball, being stopped in his tracks. There you go. Guyana's defense is holding strong again, winning the penalty.
Spoken about it a few moments ago. Guyana strength is going to be in this rock. Barbados needs to be a little bit tighter, getting that second player in there to seal that ball so that the Guyanese cannot get in there and win those penalties at the rock.
And if you're looking at the penalty count, I think Barbados has conceded 3 penalties, Guyana conceded 1, which means that Guyana is playing a bit more disciplined than Barbados is at the moment. I'm sure Coach Ripper will have a word with them at halftime about the penalties that they're conceding because they're giving up 3 yards to Guyana.
That they are.
Guyana here opting for the full 8-man line. No, sorry, 7-man. And the number 8 is in the line, so I guess it's... Oh, they've lost that line out.
Barbados is working well to clean up, but they need to be a little more aggressive. Instead of cleaning up, they need to shore up.
And that's the ball lost far there by Barbados, conceding the scrum to Guyana. I must say Guyana looks very disciplined in defense this time around.
They most assuredly do. If you recall, last time they were putting in at the lineouts, going for the quick tap down. They lost a number of those quick tap downs in that last encounter here on the Garrison. This time the discipline is looking good. The lineouts are looking nice and strong.
Obviously, they've done a lot of homework since their last encounter with Barbados. And the number 9 breaks blind. Shakes off one tackle, brought to the ground by Barbados. And there's a penalty for Barbados. It seems that every time Guyana takes the ball into contact, they give up the penalty. So they need to work on the ruck speed.
Both teams seem to need to work on the run speed, it seems.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Each time the team goes into contact, they lose it. They're not making much yards from the kick there off the penalty. So let's see what Barbados does here. They go for the full line. No, they don't. They're adopting a similar strategy to Guyana. Guyana spoiling the line out there for Barbados. Or I should say disrupting the line out. Barbados.
I think they heard us in the first comment when we said they need to shore up those ruts.
And there's the offside, so there's a penalty to Barbados. Seems that they got anxious with the line speed there.
Yes, they did. Well, Barbados is within cooking range. DeAndre
Has a very good boot.
a very good boot, but it looks like they're opting not to go for the kick, for the 3 points, and they're going for goal, trying to see if they can get the full 7. Fifers, if they manage to get the try.
At this point, I'll give a shout out to a guy I met today from Guyana by the name of Ron Lewis, who promised me that Guyana would beat Barbados today. So I hope he's here with his family as promised.
One can only hope.
Of course. He's still smarting from the defeat, as he said from last time. He said, we take our licks, but we're back here again. It's a good front ball and up for the drive. And there's a penalty. Try for Barbados.
Well, it seems that going for the 5 points paid off. Instead of going for the 3 points, DeAndre with a deep kick there into the 22, the attacking 22. They went up, they had a solid line out, and they were able to drive over for that 5 points. Now they're going to attempt the extra 2 in the conversion.
It's going to be a difficult kick because the conditions on the Garrison are pretty blustery, and they're kicking from right on the touchline. Let's see if DeAndre scores the 2 points to put Barbados further ahead.
The score at the moment is 5 points to Barbados, 3 to Guyana.
No, he doesn't convert. So the score remains 5 points to Barbados, 3 points to Guyana. So far, it looks pretty even Stevens at this point.
Yeah, Guyana is maintaining a good defensive position. We haven't seen any big runs yet from either of the teams. Guyana is boasting their winger, saying that he's running a sub-11 time. That's good when you're running against nobody, but when you're running into bodies, that sub-11 means absolutely nothing.
Nothing, correct. Guyana opts for the, well, not really a deep kick. Barbados secures the ball. And the Barbados is opting for the long pass.
Barbados not noticing that they're having an overlap here.
And they're giving up the penalty. Guyana being too anxious in the ruck.
Guyana fortunate there. There was a big overlap.
Yes, there was.
Barbados did not notice that there was an overlap on the line. They opted to keep it. They went into contact. But
And the ball doesn't make touch.
He called it up before he was even out.
So there's a line out for Barbados. Just outside the 10-meter mark.
As Kenneth said earlier, it is a little blustery. Ball made a big curve there and went back inside.
There, Barbados losing the ball forward in contact again.
Sympathetic passes is what they will need. I know that's a beginner statement, but sometimes it does work in the elite form of the game.
Exactly, you have to know the power of the pass you need to do in situations. Guyana looking a bit more composed than last time on the pressure with the ball, though.
That there's the captain, number 3, taking a big run in there. MacArthur.
I must say, Guyana is securing their own rocks pretty well. And they're opting for the box kick with 2 chasers up. And there's a fumble there by Barbados under the high ball. And scrum to Guyana.
That is the second fumble we've seen under the high ball from Barbados. They are not maintaining their composure under the high ball. I'm hoping, against hope, that Guyana won't see this and take advantage of it. Unfortunately, I am biased. I am a Barbadian. I do not want Guyana to take advantage of this. But any person looking on and seeing the fumbles that are happening would do just that.
Indeed. And it seems that Guyana has been watching a bit of the videos as well, because that seems to be their strategy for the game, and it's paying dividends thus far. And there's a long wide pass by Guyana, retrieved. And thus far, they've secured their ball well in the rock. Guyana creating platforms. This is not what we saw in the last game. Guyana has certainly improved their game. And once again, they've lost the ball in the ruck, conceding the penalty to Barbados.
Both teams seem to be better at defending on the rucks than the attack on the rucks.
It seems that way to me as well.
DeAndre there with another deep kick into the Guyana 22 to put Barbados in a very good attacking position.
They'll probably opt for the drive again, because that worked in the first. And the first line out deep in their half. So I think the strategy here would be to pick and drive.
Guyana not contesting the ball, so regardless of it's straight or not, the ball will go to Barbados.
And Barbados loses the ball in contact. Guyana is now about to attack the Barbados line. Oh, sympathetic pass is what we were talking about, Sharice.
That is so unfortunate. Guyana there had open pasture in front of them. If the ball could have only gone to hand. There were 2 additional players there that could have received that ball. Unfortunate that didn't go to hand. Another lost opportunity there for Guyana. We saw one earlier where there was a fumble back in the 22 by Barbados. They need to start capitalizing on these errors from Barbados so that they can put those 5 points on the board and get ahead.
Agreed. Because these opportunities don't present themselves often. To have Barbados on the back foot deep into the 22 and not score, I think they're going to rule those missed chances.
Yep.
And the ball's out of the back of the scrum. The line speed of the Guyana team is pretty phenomenal. The Guyana opted to kick the ball back rather than just it. Up comes the young Kadeem, and it's a long pass. And he's off to the races. He beats one, and he opts the kick, and the ball goes dead. He had a man on the outside. He could have drawn and passed, and that would have been an easy try in the corner.
Sometimes we never think of the easy option. I think he was thinking, had a little more confidence in his speed than was accurate.
And over on this far side for the spectators, we have the prop Nick Daniel going down, receiving a bit of medical attention.
The game will play on as he isn't infringing play at the moment.
Let's see what the call is. I was thinking it was going to be a line out, but the referee's having a word.
I think that was the first bit of good ball in hand carry there by Barbados. They managed to connect some passes going up the field. Unfortunate that they decided not to pass again and go for the kick, but Guyana here with an opportunity for a 22 dropout.
Let's see if Guyana opts to kick the ball deep into the Barbados half, or if they just tap it over.
The referee has called time off for the player who's receiving medical attention. The medic is off, so it looks like Mr. Daniel will remain on the field. Just tying his boots back up so he can get back in the game.
And they've opted for the deep kick. Barbados takes the ball. There's no fun.
That is the first one that they took on the full.
Oh, that's a wild pass there by Barbados. I think they're just releasing the ball and hoping that someone runs onto it. The Guyana team, the line speed of the Guyana team is pretty phenomenal.
I think Barbados were fortunate to recover that ball because they went in there with no support, number 12 going in.
And they've lost the ball. Spoke too soon.
I guess I did. Enrique's still hopping a little bit, so I think that early game injury is still plaguing him.
Yes, it does. I wonder if he's going to last the match. Guyana kicks for touch.
Gain a couple yards. Just waiting.
We are 25 minutes into the game, ladies and gentlemen, with the score still locked at 5-2 Barbados, 3-2 Guyana. And see Guyana line out. Let's see the strategy for this one. The ball is in. The Barbados team retrieve a rearward throw by the Guyanese team. And they're now opting for the box kick out of jail. And that's a high kick. Oh, unlucky.
He did well to get there. It's so unfortunate that he could not recover the pass. It was open field in front of him.
And this is the 10-point ringer that Guyana's been boasting about.
Unfortunately, Barbados seems to have a youngster here, number 11, who can match his speed because that's the second time he's tackled him going down this end.
Definitely.
That youngster, number 11, Torian Marshall.
Oh, that's a big crushing run, buddy. And once again, once they're going to contact, they lose the ball.
Barbados opted there for the quick tap.
And they've dropped the ball. So what's the call from the not 10 is the call from the ref. So the quick tap gives them an extra 10 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, once a quick tap has been done and you've not retreated the 10 yards, the attacking team gets another 10 yards. But however, they can't do another quick tap. So at this point, they expect Barbados to kick for touch because that hasn't been working for them.
Yes, it has. DeAndre's kicks have been very consistent. We saw some flat ones, some high ones, but the one thing they've had in common, they've had some good depth.
They have. And he's making good yards with his kicks. He's been known for having a very good boot. So Barbados can rely on him to make yards once it's a penalty.
Yep, he's one of those players who came through the under-19 program. He came as a footballer, so I think that explains why he has such a good kicking boot.
Of course.
Once again, Guyana opted not to contest at the line-out. And visiting us here in the booth is Mika, one of the former national players. He was a standout for the Barbados team back in his playing days. Unfortunately, his career ended a bit prematurely.
Yes, it was. He was one of our stellar players. The Barbados has advanced just outside of the 22 for Guyana. And there is a huge overlap, but the player opts not to use it, so he stopped at the 22. The Guyana team's defense seems to be holding strong at the moment. And they've given up a penalty. They've conceded a penalty. And there you have it. The referee blows his whistle. There's a penalty to Guyana.
Barbados is within the 22. They've been looking strong at the line-out. DeAndre has an option here. He can kick for the 3 points. He can kick for the line-out. They can do a quick tap. Are they going to go for the line-out to see if they can get a little closer to the try line? Or are they going to go for the 3 points to get up? Because right now the game is fairly evenly contested. Thank you, Kenneth.
It seems like DeAndre is going to trust his boot and go for the extra 3 points, which should he score, should put Barbados up to 8 points. And for those of you watching, it is a very evenly contested and keen match tonight. I must say I am surprised at the level of play that the Guyana is bringing because they seem to have come along by leaps and bounds. They probably did a lot of work over the past 8 months.
I guess they have. That being said, this is also Barbados' first big contest game for the season. Maybe they're still a little green trying to work out those kinks that they have, teething problems in the team. They have new players who've come in. They have young players who have come in.
And the trusty boot of DeAndre scores, and the score goes from 5 points to 8 points for Barbados.
A few minutes ago, we talked about that football boot that he's brought to the rugby game, and rugby is such a fantastic game. We welcome players from all different sporting disciplines, and they come and they just fit right into the rugby game like if it was made for them.
Of course, all skills, all sizes, especially in this form of the game. We welcome everyone. Guyana opts for the deep kick.
Another fumble on the high ball.
And those are easy yards that Barbados is giving up by those knock-ons. I think they need to work on that at halftime. They need to have a word. They need to compose themselves, rather, because the yards that Guyana is making from those high balls, they're not working for those yards. You need to make them work to get that far up the field.
Barbados here in a defensive line-out. They've been doing pretty good on the attacking line-out.
Well, once again, there's a rearward throw by Guyana. They've not won any of their set pieces, actually. I think they need to work on their line-out as well. They think the wind is playing havoc with their throws. There's a tap back by Guyana. Barbados pulls on the pressure, but Guyana manages to retrieve the ball.
It is the year of the forwards. Number 4 picking up the ball.
And once again, once they go into the ruck, they'll lose the ball. They have to do some work on that retention once you go into contact. It seems both teams need to do that.
The coach is going to have a word with them at the break, I'm sure, because there seems to be a lot of ill discipline at the ruck. That is where all of the penalties are being called.
And the trusty boot of DeAndre once again.
Not as deep this time.
I think the wind took that ball and brought it back. It needs to read the wind condition. It's pretty blustery at the Garrison tonight.
If you are seeing the flag of the lineman on what would be the spectator side, you will see the windy conditions. Guyana opted to contest the line out there. First one they've contested.
And they've conceded a penalty in discipline again at the ruck, diving over the ball. Barbados opting for the long pass. He keeps the ball, turns by, met by 2 stout defenders.
Again with a hard pass that did not connect. It just ricocheted. Unfortunately, it went back, so they still will retain possession of the ball.
Oh, that should be a card because he had no opportunity to catch the ball. That's a slap down by the Ghana team, and it looks like the captain. It's a bit of indiscipline. You're slapping the ball down. Ladies and gentlemen, once you attempt to take the ball that's being passed and slap it forward, it's a card. So he'll spend 10 minutes in the bin, which should put Guyana down to 14 men. Just a bit of indiscipline there. You must show discipline.
Guyana down to 14 men now. Barbados in attacking position.
So there's 4 minutes left in the game. So he spent 4 minutes of the first half in the bin, and then he served the other 6 minutes in the second half.
Just waiting to get the number of the player who has been sent off with the yellow card.
That's the number 5, which is James Osborne.
Kadeem Knight was being a little feisty there at the back of the scrum, with the putting at the scrum.
And once again, at the ruck, in discipline, slow to the ruck to secure the ball. And Guyana wins the penalty. Guyana opting to kick deep into the Barbados half. That is a lovely kick. So he's going deep into the 22.
Just about 10 meters out. Barbados will have to work really hard to keep Guyana out. They've had a couple of good attacking positions here at Guyana, but they haven't been able to capitalize on any of those. We only got maybe about 4 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah.
It would be good for Guyana to go into the second half with the 5 points.
Let's see if they get the set play correct this time. Oh, and they opted for the front ball. Once again, Guyana, being in a good position, did not capitalize on where they were. Coughing up the ball to Barbados. Or have they? Let's see the signal from the ref. Yes, here it is. It's Barbados' ball. I must say, Guyana is putting themselves in good position, but they're not capitalizing on the ground that they're making. And there's a penalty from the scrum, and they're up to kick because they know that is a free ball. Oh. Once again, an unsympathetic pass. It seems that both these teams have decided that the best passes are hard passes.
Okay. Knock on there, they're gonna. It was knocked on before it went out, so the scrum will be to Barbados. And if you are listening online, thank you for joining us here, Garrison Savannah, Barbados versus Guyana, in this Rugby America's North Tier 2 matchup.
And they're driving.
Barbados there with a massive drive on that scrum.
And they've made yards. Once again, he goes for the attempt the intercept. Is that a card?
Referee has called time off. To lose 2 players in the first half would be unfortunate for Guyana. They seem to be holding it together at first with only 1 player down. Let's wait for the call from the referee, but that would be a significant loss for the Guyana team.
We would send them down to 13 men, and already it's an uphill battle with 14. But it's a penalty. And they're opting to kick for distance, kick for touch, rather.
That is fortunate for Guyana.
Oh, no. That's the last play of the day, so we go to half. The score, Barbados 8, Guyana 3. This is your commentary team. I am Kenneth KP Payne and Sharice Hart.
And once again, thank you for joining us online. So tonight at the Garrison, we are doing a fundraiser for one of our former national players, Troy Grant. He is a recent amputee. We are raising funds to help get a prosthetic for him. Yeah. Troy would have played back in 2006 when Barbados won national championships. He would have been a youngster back then. So if you can come out and support, let's raise some funds to help former national players.
He also would have played for the West Indies. He was a very active and very swift player. But as I said, as life tossed these stumbling blocks in your way, he's a recent amputee. So as we say in rugby, rugby cares. So we are trying to raise funds to assist the young gentleman. And it's halftime, score being 8 to Barbados, 3 to Guyana. And we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hi, good night, ladies and gentlemen. him in getting a prosthesis leg. He used to be a national player, a West Indies player as well. We implore you to give generously and assist one of our own. Thank you very much.
And if you are now joining us, welcome. We are here on the historic Garrison Savannah for a matchup between Guyana and the Guyana Green Machine and Barbados. The score at halftime was 8-3 to Barbados. The competition is pretty close, as the scores are saying. Kenneth, what do you think we should expect from the second half? What do you think the coaches told both of these teams?
I think the one thing that on the Guyana side, they need to be more sympathetic with the passes. The strategy, I think, is working so far, so I don't think the coach would change that. On the Barbados side, I'd say the same thing, and they need to be a bit more composed under the high ball so that they don't give Ghana those easy yards.
So for both teams, I think the ruck was the weakness in the first half. You're seeing they're very good on defending the rucks, but on the attacking rucks, both teams has lost the ball in contact.
So I think that's another point that the coaches should be emphasizing. Get your support to the ruck so we don't concede those penalties.
Fantastic. The wind is picking up. We are fortunate that the rain held up for this game. The weather report had that we were supposed to have big rain on the Garrison. Rain and wind on this pitch would not be good for either team.
No, it wouldn't.
And the ref is getting ready to call the start. Guyana with the kick to Barbados. And there is the whistle for the restart of the second half. Guyana with a deep kick into Barbados 22. It is fumbled, but still recovered. We saw a lot of those fumbles in the first half. Barbados working to secure that ball. DeAndre deep in the 22, goes for a clearing kick. It's flat along the ground, recovered by Guyana. They're looking to run this ball. Opted to keep it there instead of passing it out to the players. Let's see if it pays off. Once again, they've
lost the ball at the ruck. And Barbados has opted for the quick tap, Sharice.
Yes, they have. And up the field there, that is Jeremy there with a big run up the field. Barbados managed to retain it, but have lost it. Offside is the call from the ref, and it is a penalty to Barbados. We spoke about this discipline just a minute ago. Both teams are ill-disciplined at the rucks. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it is Guyana who suffers the penalty. DeAndre with a deep kick. His boot has been good so far tonight to gain a couple of yards.
Yeah, he's just gone just past the 10. And I think Guyana will rule all these errors at the ruck because they're in very good positions, but yet the discipline at the ruck is letting them down.
It most certainly is. Barbados here with a line out. They're opting for a 5-man line out. Guyana contested this one. A flat pass there. Referee telling them to leave the ball, telling Guyana to leave the ball there. Barbados going in and recovering. A long pass there to Sean Ward. He's been with the Barbados team for a very long time.
And once again, Sharice, the discipline at the ruck. The Barbados support slow in getting there.
I think as commentators, we see a lot of what the players cannot see on the field.
And this is the first time at the ruck that Barbados has committed an infringement and not punishing Guyana for securing their ruck. So it's penalty to Guyana. Let's see what the option is. The ref is checking the time left in the sin bin. Remember, a player was sent off 4 minutes before half, so he has 6 minutes to serve before he can return to the field of play.
Barbados should look to capitalize on this 14-man Guyana team. Their scrum has been excellent so far.
And the scrum has collapsed on the, let's say, the eastern side. The tight head is gone down.
Referee just coming over to have a look and see what happened there. He's going to reset the scrum, and they'll have a second go of it. Big drive there by Barbados. They're driving them out, but Guyana is able to get the ball out with a big long pass. The number 10 there passing to 13. Some fantastic passes going to hand. I think
and there's a guy exhibiting his speed now. This is the bigger they've been talking about, Sharice.
I guess it is, but he is taken down, and it is a penalty to Barbados. They've opted for a quick pass, a quick tap. And it looks like the referee is reaching for another card. Guyana will be down 2 players now.
Well, actually, they're going to be down 1 because if one player returns, the other one goes off.
The longer he takes to get off, the more time Barbados has to settle, because his time in the bin will not start until his butt is in that chair.
Of course, bums in seat starts the clock. But he's taking his cool time. I don't think he knows that that's the rule.
DeAndre there with a deep kick, just in front of the halfway line. Barbados did not capitalize on that 1-man down. They have another 10 minutes to try at it. Barbados with the line out. Referee's hand is up, so it is advantage to Barbados.
Let's see the call. Interfering with the jumper.
It looks that way.
I think Guyana looks a bit ruffled the second half. I think they're too anxious to get back in the game, and they're committed some very simple and unforced errors.
Yes, they are. Ooh, DeAndre with a missed kick there. That's his first of the night, and it goes into the dead ball area. So we're going to come back up the field, and it will be a scrum down to Guyana. And if you just spoke about rudimentary errors.
Yes, we did. And again, once again, they've let Guyana off the hook because that should have been an easy kick for touch.
Yes, it was. Should have been.
Let's see if Guyana makes them pay for that error.
Going into the scrum, Barbados had a decent scrum just now, and they drove Guyana back. It looks like if they're driving them back again, but Guyana has gotten the ball out, and they're working it through the hands. There is an overlap here.
Oh, once again, an unsympathetic pass.
The passes are not connecting, and that is going to... The referee has called time off.
I think Guyana is going to rule all of both Guyana and Barbados are going to rule all of these passes that have not gone to hand.
The ref is having a word with both teams.
Yes, he's having a word with Guyana first, and then he's coming over to the Barbados side to have a word with them. He's probably speaking to them about the number of infringements that are being committed.
But we see there it was knock on Guyana, knock on Barbados. It will be a Barbados pushing at the scrum. Just now Barbados had a very dominant scrum. If they can maintain that dominance and get the balls to connect two hands, then this should be a try for Barbados. Jeremy opts to take the ball himself. He drives over one player, he drives over another. He's still driving. He's finally taken down.
Oh, and there's a penalty there. The ref blows the penalty for a high tackle.
They went for the quick tap. Long pass to DeAndre, down to the 14, who runs it in. He beats one player. They take him down about 5 yards back. Kadeem Knight there with a run. He's small but mighty. He took two players with him.
And unfortunately, he just knocked on the ball. Yes. He caught them by surprise. He made a couple of yards, but in trying to pop the ball onto his support player, he committed an infringement by knocking the ball on. And Barbados is about to make a sub. Number 20. Aiden Foley.
Just warming up here on the sideline with us. We're not sure who he's going to be going on for as yet. Guyana working to come from their try line. A kick.
A very rearward kick, I must say.
Barbados will take the line out here. They're just outside of the 10-meter line.
And then you see the guy who obviously knows the rules. He came off, touched the ball, so Barbados doesn't do a quick play. And we have Aiden Foley going on for
Louis Johnson.
Louis
coming
Johnson
off with a limp. Missed throw there by Barbados, taken by Guyana. He's not taken down, but Nick Daniel is still holding on to that ankle. Barbados driving through the ruck. The ref has his hand up, so it looks like it's going to be a penalty to Guyana.
Guyana.
They're playing advantage at the moment. Flat ball there, taken in strong. Another big dive there. Barbados is not looking at their line and seeing that Guyana has an overlap. Number 14 is screaming for them to come. And they managed to get there in time. Guyana taking some big hits up the middle, keeping the ball in hand, so the Rucks are staying strong on this occasion. Ball in hand, those two passes connected. Lost forward.
Once again, is the unsympathetic pass.
We're seeing that ball ricochet off hands, so we know it's going at speed and strength.
Ricochet hands, ricocheting off chest. I wonder if these guys know how to pass off, Therese.
Sometimes we have to take it down a notch and go back to basics.
Yes, we do.
Barbados is lining up for a scrum.
And it will be Barbados is put in at the scrum.
Kadeem Knight in the number 9 shirt, looking very composed that they put in. Ball went behind, but he was able to recover it. 14 is calling for it, but nope. He takes it in and loses it in contact. He had a man outside of it. He could have taken it.
And there's the indiscipline again. So it's a knock on.
A bit of selfish play there, letting Barbados down. There was a man on the outside and some options on the inside that he could have taken, but he opted to take it in and lost it in the contact.
Letting Guyana off the hook once again.
We need to take advantage of the one man down, which means we have an overlap somewhere on this field. We just aren't able to use it at the moment.
But they're not aware of what they have, I think.
And from our angle, it doesn't look like if there's overlap. When Guyana is attacking on the ball, we're seeing extra people on the outside, and that should never be the case. Barbados with a big scrum again. Driving, the scrum is wheeled. The referee is calling for the penalty. They didn't get the penalty on the first couple of occasions because Guyana was able to get away that ball quickly from the back of the scrum, but not on this occasion. So Barbados winning the penalty here.
And while we're waiting for DeAndre to kick for goal, Barbados makes a sub. Just waiting to get the number for you, ladies and gentlemen. 17 for Barbados.
Shane Taylor.
Shane Taylor. And he replaces
DeAndre there with the kick. It has gone
wide. First miss for the night for DeAndre from the penalty. From the tee, rather.
Get out a jail card there for Guyana. They're going to go for the 22 dropout. If they were watching the second half, they'd go for that high, deep kick, which Barbados hasn't been able to recover. They didn't take it cleanly, but they did manage to kick it.
And it's charged down.
It was charged down, so Guyana with possession of the ball. Referee's hand is up again, so advantage Guyana. Long pass. They're taking it back into contact. If they look up, they'll see that they have half the field with no blue shirts on it.
I don't think they're aware of what they have again.
A maul is formed. Guyana with a drive.
And the referee brings it back for the penalty, and he's going to reach for his pocket. Is he? He calls time off. Oh no, we have a man down.
It looks like Foley. No, it isn't Foley, sorry.
No, probably, let's see. Let's say John Shea Howard. And that's it. Shane Taylor replacing Nick Daniel.
I think both of them would have played their under-19 game together
A few years ago.
a few years ago. That's true.
But Barbados has a player down. It looks like Shane Howard. Just waiting to be for that confirmation. The referee's having a word with players in the meantime. It is Shane Howard. And he's back on his feet. And the referee signals time back on. And it's a scrum to Guyana.
Barbados were fortunate they won a penalty from the last scrum against Guyana, and there's some big drives. They actually have been dominant in the second half on the scrum. That was the first one they were able to get a penalty from. Guyana would take note of that and try to work the ball away quickly from the back of the scrum. On this occasion, the scrum is stable. Guyana gets the ball away quickly. A long pass. There is a man outside. Let's see if the speedster can take it in. He takes on Sean. Sean doesn't make the first tackle, but on the second attempt, he gets the tackle. He's back up quickly, but Guyana will retain possession.
That's good patient defense by Sean Ward.
The number 5 there taking in the ball for Guyana. But
And once again,
Barbados went for the quick tap.
and the referee signals time off. He's going to have a word with the Guyanese players because they're trying to play and ref the game as well.
They're fortunate that he did not march them back an extra 10. DeAndre with ball in hand.
And he
The
misses
ball
touch
bounces
again.
in. He misses touch, but Guyana is in their 22. The speedster isn't tackled. A good patient pass there. We haven't seen a lot of those so far in the game, but a good patient pass there. The tackle is made by the veteran Antonio Gibbons. Some well-weighted passes here from Guyana. And they're just taking their time now. Easy passes, meeting Barbados in the scrum. It looks like if they're setting up for a kick now. Not sure why. The passes were working on this occasion. Jeremy recovers, doesn't recover it cleanly, but number 14 catches it, but he goes for a kick downfield.
Oh, what a...
Not recovered by Guyana. It is a knock-on in their 22. Barbados with the ball, but they're playing under advantage from the knock-on. Barbados trying to capitalize on the extra man on the far side of the field.
That's a very high rearward kick from Guyana again. But they're managing to push Barbados back.
Barbados has possession of the ball. They're being pushed back. Opting for a drive there. That looks like
Shane Taylor making a big impact on 2 minutes into the game.
Barbados keeping possession at the back of the ruck here. Nope, no pass here. They're going straight up. Foley there with a nice catch, making another 5 yards. Inch by inch, they're working up. Looks like Antonio Gibbons, who just took it in another couple of inches.
Referee calls ball out.
Sean Howard, 2 big steps forward for Barbados. And there's the referee's whistle.
Once again, at the rock, Barbados conceding the penalty. Guyana making 2 subs. Number 18 and 19. That would be Ronaldo Nels and Julius Jardim.
Barbados not able to capitalize on their one-man overlap. They've had 20 minutes, almost, of an overlap that they have not been able to capitalize on. The scores are still very close. 8-3 to Barbados.
And this game is still pretty tight.
Anybody's game at this time. Guyana with a big kick. Not quite making it to halfway, but it will be a Guyana put in as it was a penalty.
And we'll see if they can capitalize on the yards that they've made from the kick.
Can I go now? Hold.
And we have Noah Paskins being introduced to the game for the first time.
Not straight is the call from the ref.
So that would be a scrum to Barbados. So it's Noah Paskins coming on to replace
Terrain, the tackler who's been making all those big tackles and denying Guyana on the wing. He's a young player, but he's had a big impact in the game so far.
He's been playing pretty well, actually.
He saved Barbados on 3 occasions in the first half, showing Guyana that their speed is no match for Barbados. And as I said, under 11 in 100 meter, it's open pasture, but when you're running at bodies, it means absolutely nothing. Barbados there with a pickup from the back of the scrum. They've gone into contact and retained possession of the ball. Sheen Taylor going in with a big drive.
That's a young Canadian trying to do a pick and go as a scrum half.
Sheen retaining possession of the ball.
And that was an attempt at a drop kick by DeAndre. Cheeky little drop kick. However, the ball will come back to where he kicked it from, and it will be a Guyana put in.
Yes, it will. They had so many options there that they could have chosen. I'm wondering what the thoughts were to go for the box kick. You have advantage at the scrum. You have players out. You have an advantage of an extra person. Fresh bodies on the field.
Yeah, I think that's like a little glitch in the thought process. Signs of fatigue, rather.
There's still a lot of minutes left in this game. Barbados dominant at the scrum, but Guyana were able to get away the ball fast. Taken down there on the scrum. Sorry.
On the ruck.
On the ruck. Sean with the tackle. He's trapped underneath the ruck. A nice short pass down the inside. Guyana now working the ball slowly through the hands instead of the hard passes.
And they've gained the penalty.
Number 8 there with a big hit up, but nice easy pass here. 2 defenders are going in. They retain possession of the ball on this occasion. They're settling the ball. Number 8 there, going in once again for the contact. They're working through the phases. 2 big tackles there in the center of the field.
And once again, it seems like they're trading punches at the ruck. Each time the Guyana team goes into the ruck, they give up the penalty, and vice versa. When Barbados goes into the ruck, they give up the penalty. I think they've not learned yet that you need to secure your own ball in the ruck.
DeAndre goes for the kick now. He takes an angle instead of going for the deep long kick. And they will retain possession on this occasion.
Yeah, he decided to be sure rather than go for the speculative long kick.
The last two lineouts for Barbados have gone awry. Let's see if they can fix the problems that they had with those last two lineouts.
And capitalize on the field position.
And the extra man. Ball lost at the top of the lineout. It will be a Guyana ball.
Still Barbados' ball.
Still Barbados' ball. Sorry, referee's rule is final. Sean there making a big run. It's finally taken down. Barbados managed to secure this ball because there are no Guyanese there at the ruck. A long pass out. He has a man outside, but once again, he's trying to take it himself. There was an overlap that they just did not use.
And he gives up the penalty. No, this is a penalty for offside. Guyana being saved by the offside, the eagerness of the Guyanese defense to come up.
Offside is the call from the referee. However, they're going to have a conference.
Okay, well, let's make the change. Let's make the change for Miller.
And he's speaking to the AR.
Hey! Let's get Miller in the game! Enrique, you're off!
So there's a substitution. Big Steve Miller replaces Enrique Oxley.
Enrique, get off!
So the captain, Enrique, takes his leave. He still has a slight limp. So the coach has decided to take him out of the game at this point.
Sean will take on the captaincy. And it seems like if there was an offense at the breakdown there just now, we can hear the Guyana players calling for a card. We're not sure what happened, but the ref is having a word with both teams. We don't know what the outcome will be. He's told them to have a conference, settle the tempers.
Giving them a chance to speak. The captain, Sean Moore, takes over the captaincy role, and he's given both teams a chance to have a word, a little conference. I guess he's at the stage where he's probably going to give another card if they continue at this rate.
So once the warning comes, next will be the card. A lot of indiscipline at the rucks. We've seen offsides, hands in rucks, holding on to the ball. Neither team has managed to take full control of the rucks in the game. So far, Barbados still with the penalty here. It doesn't look like DeAndre is going to go for the 3 points. He's opting to go for the line out. The kick is good.
Very good. He's deep into Guyana territory.
Just about 5 meters out.
Let's see if Barbados can capitalize on this position.
So the last couple of lineouts have not gone to hand. They will need to get this lineout to hand, capitalize on the man that is down, and take full control of the game as it is. Because the 8-3 difference is no real difference. There's still a lot of time left in the game. If Guyana gets away and scores a try, then
the
holding possession of the game for this amount of time will mean absolutely nothing. It did not go to hand, but John was able to recover that ball for Barbados. So Barbados still in possession of the ball. The 10 there with a long pass to Sean Ward. Sean taking 2 persons with him. He's one of the vets on this team, so they know they have to stop him early. Shane Taylor there.
And that's the penalty.
A big whistle there by the ref.
He's tilted him past the horizontal. Let's see what the referee says. Is it a dangerous play, or is it just that he just tilted him past the horizontal? If he's reaching for his pocket. And it's a red card.
It's a red card. Guyana will spend the rest of the game a man down. Not that Barbados has been able to capitalize on the man down so far.
Yes, it's rather unfortunate. And his exuberance and his excitement to make the tackle, he's tilted him past the horizontal, and it's deemed that he put him down in a dangerous position. And in cases such as these, then the card is red. And it should be an easy 3 points for her.
For Barbados, DeAndre opting to go for the kick. If he is successful, that will put Barbados a little ahead of a try from Guyana.
And it puts them in a more comfortable position because the score now goes to 11 points to Barbados, 3 points to Guyana.
Just out of range of a converted try.
"27 minutes into the game."
About 13 minutes left in the game to play.
13 minutes is a long time in the game.
It is a long time in the game, but Guyana has not been able to cross the goal line to score a try yet. Barbados is up 11 points. Barbados recovers a clean ball on the kick. Jeremy settled himself well underneath it. They've gone into contact.
And Guyana pulls in, but they've not been able
Shane
to
Taylor
secure the
there,
ball.
making some small yards. Barbados will keep possession here. Antonio Gibbons there with a good drive in. Veterans there stabilizing the ruck because that's Stephen Miller
And they've lost the ball.
But they've lost it. Number 3, that's the captain for Guyana, taking a big hit. He's put the ball back.
Oh, and
it
there's
doesn't go
another
to
loose
hands.
ball.
Loose ball. They still keep it. He goes. Made the first tackle, but they got in there for the second one. Here in the ball. They're going for the crash up. Time
Crossing is the call.
Barbados trying to run it. Oh, missed tackle there by Guyana. Barbados will run it down. They are chasing him. He opts for the pass on this occasion.
I think at this point is when he should have kept the ball.
He was free. Kadeem Knight going in. A quick pop-up. They're just shy of the try line here. Try given.
No, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty. Oh, my bad. I got so excited. Time off. Says
We have 2 Guyanese players down. I don't know if this is friendly fire. But we have the number 14 for Guyana. That would be Jimmy. No, that's not Jimmy.
Yeah, so Barbados there had an opportunity. They were running ball. They were doing well. He was free. It was open passer in front of him, but he thought that the better option on that occasion was to pass the ball back inside. Pass was good, but unfortunately he lost the ball in contact.
So that's Jeffrey Polidor that we have down. I'm not sure who the other player for Guyana is, but we have players down on the ground.
It's late in the second half. The fatigue is starting to set in. This game has been a hard game. There have been a lot of rucks, so a lot of contact in there. The medic is tending to one of the players. It looks to be the captain, number 3.
And the referee, Rob Perry, is coming up to see.
MacArthur, he looks like if he's going to get up.
Yeah.
But the other player, he hasn't moved as yet.
Okay, the big captain, he gets up holding his ribs. Let me see.
Yeah, just giving the team a chance to get a breather here.
So it looks like a forced substitution by Guyana. The 14 is coming off, is he?
Nope.
Nope.
He was just using the medic as a crutch.
It's one of those miracle recoveries. And the referee signals time back on.
Guyana with possession.
And the ball comes off the side of the foot.
Kick is not very far. They're still in the danger zone here. But line out is to Guyana. They have possession. They need to make the best of it. We're running out of time in this match. And at this stage, they need to get a try on the board. Barbados steals. Nice long pass there. Well weighted. Through the hands. Noah Paskins. Barbados still with possession. They've taken it into contact. Going for the short pass and drive. And long pass now.
Offside is the call. And you can hear the coach on the sideline screaming for take the points. So DeAndre will look to put Barbados a further 3 points ahead, which should put the game a bit out of Guyana's reach at this time. That'll be 9 and 5 will be 14-3 if he makes this, which should be 2 tries, which Guyana would have to score in 10 minutes to win this game. 2 converted tries, actually.
DeAndre had a few missed kicks for the evening, but his boot is very reliable normally. And it is good on this occasion. So the score now will be 14 points to Barbados and 3 points to Guyana. Barbados managing to retain the lead.
And the interesting statistic in this match, if you're watching online, is that only 1 try has been scored for the afternoon.
That is true.
Oh no.
No. The referee's assistant came back and said, no, it was not good. Guyana now has a chance to clear the ball out of their 22. The score is 11 points. It looks like if they were able to reject a clean catch there on the high ball by number 14. He went into traffic, but they've got the ball back. Barbados is back now going for those wide passes that they're known for. Sean with a big basketball jump, managing to keep the ball. It's held up by Guyana, popped out, but Barbados still has it. Barbados has a full line set out here. Big long pass.
Big long pass.
He shifts. No, the referee calls a forward pass.
Unfortunate. How unfortunate. He would have been in.
He would have been in. That's twice they've been denied. Just short of the try line.
They've been knocking on Guyana's door. This is 3 times now. They've not gotten the point.
Last 5 minutes, the Barbados has been a little more aggressive in their attack.
But I must say, it has been an exciting game of rugby. It's not been a runaway game that we expected.
In all fairness, Ken, if I didn't expect a runaway game, I thought it would have been a close competition. After watching the Guyana game against Bermuda, they kept the game very tight. They were very disciplined, very aggressive at the rucks.
And it's a free kick for an early drive. And the referee's hand is out. It's a penalty.
Penalty,
for not 10.
So they went from a free kick now to a penalty. Guyana working the ball there through the hands.
And this time they managed to secure the ball, I think.
No, Barbados has stolen the ball from the ruck.
They've blown Guyana off the ruck, and he opts for the dinky, cheeky kick.
We can hear the sideline, and yes, the referee finally
gives a try.
It was a try. That is fantastic play there. It looks like it is Sean Ward who scored the try.
Bringing the score now to 16 points to Barbados, 3 points to Guyana. That's good vision there by Sean Ward.
No one expected that grabber there. And I guess it took everybody by surprise.
It was actually against the whole run of the player that we've been seeing so far.
That is true. So Barbados finally meeting their speed, their steam, and taking control of the game.
And we're waiting for DeAndre to take the conversion to see if he can put the game 2 point, give Barbados the extra 2 points, sorry.
Get set up, guys. Get set up. Get set up. Get set up.
Taking it from wide and deep, and it's high and not good.
Not good. So the score remains 16 points to Barbados, 3 points to Guyana. Hard day at the office for Guyana. And it's been a very entertaining game of rugby so far.
We're in the dying minutes of this game. Guyana kicking to Barbados.
And they've up a deep kick.
Jeremy recovering that ball. That's his second good recovery he's had.
And he breaks 2 tackles.
2 tackles going down the field. The 2 players have to take him down. Just players, they're going for a big drive. Taking Guyanese players with them aplenty.
And now Barbados seem to be blowing the game.
With a pass to the 10, to the 12.
Nice sympathetic passes finally. Barbados is making progress.
Good pass, Shane Taylor. Sorry, John Shane.
And we're in the dying stages of this game, Sharice. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, Barbados still attacking. Noah Paskins taking them closer to the try line. They're about 5 meters out. Referee blows the whistle. It is a penalty to Barbados.
For not releasing. And they've upped it. Kadeem upped it for the quick tap.
Dutchess 1 tackle. No, the ref is going to bring it back. It looked good in the moment.
Yes, it did. We were getting excited thinking that young Kadeem was going to put Barbados a further 5 points ahead, but the referee brings it back. What is the call? He has brought back the penalty. Apparently, Kadeem took the tap ahead of where the penalty was. That's where the referee brought it back.
Yes, he did. So Barbados goes, they're driving in now. Piling in bodies over this rock just to keep possession, hoping to take the game further out of Guyana hands. I mean, at this stage, there's no opportunity that Guyana can win, but it would look really good to have more points on the field. Sean there with a big drive. They're meters away. Oh, no, ball
hard
fumbled.
pass.
They're going to come back for the knock-on. It will be a Guyana put-in.
We're going to make a sub.
And we have, it should be about 2 minutes left in this game. So I think the fat lady has taken up the microphone, and she's about to do a little soprano.
In 2026, it's the saxophone that's playing lovely, Kenneth.
Well, I say Barbados must be pleased at the effort that they put in tonight. They've weathered a good Guyana storm, and they've come out victorious.
There's still a lot of work to be putting ahead of the Cayman game. Again, Cayman is showing a strong game here. They are the team to beat in this pool, or
Most
tier,
definitely,
as they call it. So a lot of discipline will be required in that Cayman game next week in Cayman.
I take this opportunity to give my friend Raw Lewis commiserations. He's a big Guyanese supporter. And to shout out to my Trini friend Natasha, who has told me I need to shout her because she's going to be watching online.
Penalty there to Guyana. And as much as we're in the dying minutes, they're still fighting, saving face at this stage.
And they're going to opt to try to kick for touch because the game cannot end on a penalty. So they get, oh no, it's a quick tap.
They go for the quick tap. High ball. not recovered, but it is tapped back. Recovered there by Kadeem. Popped up. Barbados is running the ball. The sideline is going crazy.
And it's a try.
It's a try to Barbados.
That was a crazy bit of play by Guyana.
We thought they would have gone for the deep kick, but they opted not to. I guess they were going to try to run it. Barbados capitalized on the error that they made, scoring a try, taking the score now to 22, I believe.
21 to Barbados.
Barbados, 3 to Guyana.
3 to Guyana.
The sideline is going wild for Barbados. In the second half, Barbados did a fantastic job to take the game out of reach for Guyana. They had put on a lot of their more experienced players. We saw Shane Taylor coming in.
Yeah, see, they brought on the experienced guys. I know the coach is giving two of the younger players in Barbados a run. You have young Malik, who is making his debut in front of the home crowd.
Oh
no, that's the game.
That's the final whistle. Unfortunately, Malik does not get a chance to go on in front of his home crowd, but he is a member of the victorious Barbados team here at the Garrison Savannah. His first game was against St. Vincent last week. I'm sure Barbados fans will be happy. This is an exciting result for Barbados.
And the final score once again, 21 points to Barbados, 3 points to Guyana. And that's a wrap for the commentary team, Sharice Hart and
Kenneth Payne. Good night. Thank you for joining us at the Garrison.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just can't support the staff. Welcome to the Garrison. I'm making the last one.
I'm in love with what? But it really look good. Women. I'm in love with good women. But it really look good. I'm in love with big women. But it really look tip. I'm in love with slim women. But it really look a slim tip. Girl, your body on fleek, body unique. Every single day you get stalked on G. Look at you never be walking when you meet. Should have said she in that dress at the garden party. Forget for this number, call me shorty. Call me baby. Do you have a man? She told me maybe. Cody, I just wanna go it and stop it and stop it and But to these women with the body say you know too. I really gotta get to know you. Sweet like some bitch, she got me started and nice. I'm in love with what? But I really like good women. I'm in love with good women. But I really like good. I'm in love with big women. But I really like tip. I'm in love with slim women. But I really like a slim tip. She said she wanna pull up on me. So she feel horny. Listen an attorney. Playing with the tea. She studying me. She in a t-shirt. She watching TV. She wear a t-shirt. So she wanna get free. Okay, she said the baby got me sweet. But she just saying anything, she looks sweeter than me. But who's sweeter than she give me a kick on the gun and can't stop it and But to this women with the body saying no too. I really got to get to know you. Sweet like some bitch, she got me started and nice. I'm in love with what? But I really like good women. I'm in love with good women. But I really like good. I'm in love with big women. But I really like tip. I'm in love with slim women. But I really like a slim tip. a slim women, but it really like a slim tip. Girl, your body on fleek, body unique. You get stalker like G, I can break it when you walk every me. You should have seen she and I dress at the garden party. If we get for this number, call me Sharky, call me baby. Do you have a man? She told me baby. Cody, I just wanna grab it and stab it and stab it and Go to this women with the body say you know too. I really, really, really got to get to know you. Sweet, let's up a change. She got me stuttering now. I'm in love with what? But I really like good women. I'm in love with good women. But I really like good. I'm in love with good women. But I really like tip. I'm in love with slim women. But I really like a slim tip. I really love her, but no catfish. I can see her on now. Girl, I dance like a good set of women in the world. I wanna wait for a girl. Said I really love her, but no catfish. I can see her on now. Girl, I dance like a good set of women in the world. I wanna wait for a girl. I put my leg on, take it off and put it on again. She ride the party, she ain't no, she telling all she friends. I'm sorry that she touched she friend because she won't get in. And we're giving calls, so she friends is tense. Now I got a thing. Cause I could get that back in the eye. If I blink at me, the blink of an eye like a thief. And a night I've been driving all night, my left hand on her till she been drinking too much. She leaning to the right, she tell me that it tight and it leaking and it's mine. I responded quick, okay, yeah, easy, alright. She tell me that she shot. She know that I was sure girl, it ain't nothing so. But I move on my mind, and my eyes on the road and the road on my eyes, they fill up on that side. This girl might the lie. I'm doing more than 95, the police coming from behind, I'm driving fast to beat. I go up in and take a curve and then I laugh and then I work and I be swerving, I be skating, but they made it through the lights to keep straight and take a right and beat bricks and tuck a left. The police finally on the side. She told me it's for time. She said she wasn't scared, plus she holding on me, plus she could put it in her purse. Don't wanna see me hurt. She said, baby boy, please do it tonight. She look good, she look good, she look good. Baby, if you had a cup, I would have fill it up. Baby, anytime you call, you know I'm pulling up. You get anything you want, don't ever say too. I really love her, but no catfish. I can see her on now. Girl, I dance like a good set of women in the world. I wanna wait for you, girl. Said I really love her, but no catfish. I can see her on now. Girl, I dance like a good set of women in the world. I wanna wait for you, girl.
Choose a type of woman that will make a man or break a man or make a man go and get some money that he never had. Make a man book a flight to somewhere that he never been. Take you up and fly you end up in the Netherlands. No, he ain't in the Netherlands was saying that he never had. He gave peace that he ever had. He said looking like a flash flood warning with deep swells. Got he moving like the weatherman. You got the super soaker, the rat hacker. This bitch smash on the car washer. Alright then, you got it. Who got it? You got it. Who got it? Who got it? You never give up. It's never figure.
Good night, good night, good night. Ladies and gentlemen, just remember we are collecting for one of our past players, Troy Grant. So please give generously. Somebody's walking around with a bucket. It should have his picture on it. Please contribute to this worthy cause. He's given yeoman service to Barbados Rugby, and it's time for us to give back to him.
This bitch smash on the car washer. Alright then, you got it. Who got it? You got it. Who got it? You got it. Who got it? You ever give up? It's never figure out like that. Boy, certain things in life, you either go or you don't go. I mean, you got it, you have it. Alright then. She hit man, but the man love she, cause she broad and she looks so sweet. My catch she out fat, cause she dropped so deep. Ask her friend, she could tell you about me. If it was a fish, I got you with slime up, girl. Don't be shy like a first time up. I got one, she down like my name was growing up. I got the blueprint, girl, that's a true designer. Till she left, right, shake it and bubble. A bitch, I want my first name is Trouble. Make that bump plug around. She gon' let me see doubles.
To me? Okay, I'm here with the Guyanese captain, Rondell McCarthy. And commiserations first on the loss to Barbados. But I must say, we were impressed with the effort that you guys put up. You look a far better team from the last time you were here. What did you guys do going away from the last time you played Barbados? And what did you take away from your 3-point loss against Bermuda?
Okay, so what we took away from Barbados is that we weren't playing much balls inside the puck. Right? We were trying to hit the line. We weren't setting it down the middle. Actually keeping men inside the infringements or inside the rocks. And I guess that's what helped us today. We played a little bit of discipline, but also lose a little bit of control in the second half.
And we saw that in your write-up, you had some guys that running 10-point, your two wingers. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that pace today. What is your next game, and what is the strategy going for that other game?
Okay, so our next game is Trinidad is going to be inside Guyana. I think it's on June the 26th. And I think with that, we need to reflect on some of our cons inside this game and how we can improve on it going forward and actually build a little bit more to be prepared for Trinidad.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck against Trinidad. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Enrique, please. You got me again? Okay, good. Tell me when to go. Good. Congratulations to Enrique and Barbados on a hard-fought win. Y'all blew the game open late in the half, but what do you think pushed you over the line against Guyana? Because it was a point-tight game for the first, I'd say, 60 minutes.
Yeah, well, first, always thanks to Guyana coming out here and giving us a really good game, good fight, good atmosphere. I thought they were really good in the rucks, and that's something we tried to adjust in the second half, getting really strong ball carrying, really clearing those rucks. They definitely attacked that part of our game, and I thought they brought it to us. But I thought the guys, our defense, we kept them out down to 3, really good attitude there. And in the end, we managed to just stay composed and get some points in the end and bring it home.
Your next fixture is against Cayman. Anything that you think you need to change to meet Cayman and have a fair contest and a fair shot at beating them? Or will you do more of the same and try to get better?
Well, yeah, it's never a perfect game, and there'll definitely be quite a few work-ons from this one. We'll review after we'll have our review process with management and coaches. Not right now when the blood is hot. And we've got some new players, different players coming in, so trying to get those combinations going and new guys filling in slots will be definitely something we try to work on in the week and have a third win. That's our plan.
What I did notice is that in your substitutions, they keep bringing on more experienced players, and that's when you went further and further ahead of Guyana. But I must congratulate y'all on a tight game and a hard-fought game. You never gave up. Even though the game was close in the beginning, we were saying it could have gone either way. Yeah. So congratulations again.
Yeah, thanks, KP.
But
all right.
Okay.
Tell me we got to be proper. Good? Good. Commiserations to you on your loss against Barbados. It was an exciting game of rugby, hard fought. What are your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts on the game, I think that Guyana, in the red zone again, didn't execute the 2-on-1s. And that hampered us in sort of critical moment of the game. Our finishing, we did all the hard work, went in the red zone to execute, made some mistakes.
I think that you hit the nail right on the head there, because as the commentators, we were saying y'all actually put Barbados under a great deal of pressure. It's just the finishing, that last pass, that critical last pass, that let you down. So your next game is against Trinidad, and you're playing at home. So what is your strategy for Trinidad at home?
Of playing a physical game. I think the physicality and executing as we identified this evening, our 2-on-1s and recognizing the overlap in the red zone. So we need to do some technical work in that area so that we can get back to that high point to finish tries and execute in high positions.
And what I must say, must congratulate you on the change of play since the last time you came here. The physicality is way up. You're running a lot more direct. You're almost controlling the rucks. The only thing that we found is that it was on both sides, the contact areas where both sides didn't capitalize. So is there anything you're going to do differently to fix that?
I think we need to fix the speed to the rocks. I think we need to go back to the drawing board and really work on the speed of the rock and securing the ball in the rock. I think we did, the pattern was fantastic, getting stuff into position, but the second man is not getting there fast enough to secure the ball. I think once we can set that platform, we'll get the backs up, better platform to run at the opposition.
Thank you very much. Good luck against Trinidad.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Congratulations, Joe. Hard fought win. It was quite close and very dicey in the first half, probably up to 60 minutes. Were you nervous at any point?
No, I wasn't really nervous. I mean, when you have that wind advantage coming out of there, I think that's a 10-point advantage to be with the wind. So coming out at 8-3 at the half, I think we had an opportunity to go 11-3. That would have been a little nicer. But, I felt pretty good. Going with the wind, with the lead, I think you're in pretty good shape.
Were you surprised at any point at the physicality that Guyana brought to this game? Because, the last time they played us, it was like 6s and 9s. They were not that physical. They were not that disciplined. Did anything about this surprise you?
No, not really. I've coached in Guyana. I know they're a physical group of guys, and I thought they brought that physicality to it. I think discipline actually got them in trouble a little bit. They got a couple of yellow cards, especially got a mouthing yellow card. That's not good. So that probably didn't help them. But no, they were physical, and we just weren't as clinical as we like to be.
Your next fixture is against Cayman, which would be a totally different task. Is there anything you plan to do different, or just get better at what you're doing now?
Well, we make 7 changes. That's one thing. So there'll be 7 changes from this team in the Cayman game, and I think when you sometimes you got to make mistakes in order to learn and move on.
Thank you very much, and good luck against Cayman.
Thanks very much, KP. Cheers.
Huh? Oh, and this is. This is Kenneth Payne alongside
Sharice Hart.
Thanks for watching, and we won't be there for the Barbados against Cayman match, but we encourage you to tune in, where we hope Barbados will be victorious again.
But if you're in Barbados, I'm sure we'll be having a watch party. Stay tuned and we'll tell you where it is. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, you guys.
Last one. Great, what's up?
Get